the first Hindi song that I ever wrote, which was
I
when I was,
believe so.
yeah, I was 16 at the time when I wrote this song. So it's been 10 years since has been in the pipeline basically.
All right, so like I was telling everybody, मेरा नाम नेहा है और आज यहाँ मिर्ची इंडीज पे we have one of the top indie artists of the country. My God, when we say that, how do you even feel? Anuv Jain with us. Woohoo!
I'm so happy to be here, Neha. Thank you so much for having me. It means a lot.
Really happy to have you here. You have now come out with your 8th single,
Yeah.
which is Dhamaka Machawing since yesterday. Yesterday is when it released.
Yes, yesterday, yes.
Yeah.
मेरी बातों में तू है, यादों में भी तू है, तू मेरे दिल.
So what was it like? Some crazy amount of views in the first hour. I saw your Instagram stories where you were just going crazy, just like checking everything. And, people have said, give this boy some love, please. He's so nervous and things like that. Tell us about the whole experience. Meri Baaton mein tu.
So,
that's the
yeah, that's the single. It's called Meri Baaton mein tu. So the thing is that yesterday we released it at 8 p.m. on YouTube. The music video was live, and then after 4 a.m. For 4th March, 12 a.m. in the morning, it was live everywhere on all streaming platforms. So the thing is that I'm always nervous whenever I'm releasing new music because I haven't really done this a lot of times. Like you said, like you mentioned that it's just the 8th time that I'm releasing a single, right? So I haven't really done this very often. So I'm always very nervous whenever it comes to my music because obviously we're working very hard on everything. Yeah. So I was just asking people, please just turn up, just give me 4 minutes of your time. I've worked for months. And yeah, they turned up, man. Like the views have been insane. I think it's already crossed 200,000 across all platforms, which
wow, that's awesome.
So yeah.
That is really awesome. Okay, listen. So you have to tell us now. How did it all begin? Can we begin from the very beginning? Were you like what 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? जब ऐसे सुर में गाना शुरू कर दिया था?
I think I was probably 6, 7, I guess, when I had started singing. Okay. The early stage when you just sing, basically. That's how it was. And my parents thought that I had a good voice. Even though I think उस time पे सबकी sweet voice होती है. But it's something that I really like doing. So they started pushing me into singing, and I was a part of the school choir as well. I was all of that. But I never really took formal lessons or anything of that sort. It was just that I kept on singing, and the voice eventually became what it is right now. I still don't think that it's very good or anything. It's just that it's good enough, I guess, right now for me. So that's how it started.
But so tell me, for you, it was like you started writing, and then you said, "Chalo, ye अब मुझे ना बहुत सही लग रहा है, अब इसको ना रिलीज करते हैं."
Yeah.
ये कब हुआ? When did this happen?
So I think I was in the 10th or the 11th grade. So this song that I've released yesterday is the song that I wrote, the first Hindi song that I ever wrote, which was when I
believe so.
Yeah, I was 16 at the time when I wrote this song. So it's been 10 years since has been in the pipeline basically. And I wrote this as the first Hindi song, and once my friends heard it. So actually what happened was that I did not have a YouTube channel at the time. So a friend of mine, her name is Akriti, she posted it on her YouTube channel. And it's still
like just you singing kind of.
It's a mobile phone recording. It was recorded on a Nokia phone 10 or something. And that is still there on her YouTube channel. And incidentally, she's still a very good friend, and she's one of those 3 people who were there celebrating with me yesterday.
Oh wow!
So she was constantly ranting about the fact that I haven't given her any royalties or anything for posting it early on. So it's a huge circle that happened because I released this song yesterday and she was here with me. So it's insane that all stayed friends for such a long time. So yeah, that's exactly how it started. And then I wrote Barishein after that, and then I wrote some other music, and now we are at 8 singles, I guess.
Yeah, man. Let us talk about your new song, man. Tell us a little bit about the video. I believe you've put in a lot of heart and soul there, and it shows. There's a lot of mehnat that's gone in. Yeah. What was the idea behind it? What was the thought behind it? There's a very sweet little boy and a girl featuring in the video. So tell us a little bit about that.
So as I said, that this is a song that I wrote when I was 16, right? So I wanted to have that childishness, childhood elements in everything, all the assets that go out, like the music video, the cover art, everything. I wanted to have all of these things, that childish element, right? So for this music video, that's why I just felt that we had to have child actors in it because it would just make sense. It's like childhood love. That's what it was. So the way it's been recorded, it's like a school play, where this guy wants to meet this knight, or this normal boy wants to meet a princess, right? And she stays in a far off land. And he goes through this entire process. Like, he struggles a lot. He battles monsters. He gets lost in a forest. He helps a fairy, battles a witch, does all of that. And when he eventually reaches the castle, she's just not there. So basically, it talks about how some people work so hard for relationships and to be in a relationship, but eventually it just doesn't work out. And that's what the song is about. It's about unrequited love. It's about falling in love with somebody, but them not loving you back. So that's how I wanted to say it, but using kids and child actors and all of those things. So that's
okay, but there is Mala that you've done in Punjabi, which actually, I don't know, I really like it. It's a really, really beautiful song. We'll probably come to that, but पहले आप थोड़ा सा हमें अपना नया गाना सुना दो, क्या कहते हो?
I'll sing a few lines from the song.
आजा मेरी जाने जा, तेरे बिन हूँ मैं क्या भला, यार अब आ भी जा, आ जाना मेरी इन बाहों में, तेरी ही तो है जगह, जाना अब मान जा, आ जाना. जरा सा तू मुस्कुरा, हौले हौले नजदीक आ, तेरे बिन अब जिया जाए ना. एक कांच की तरह बिखरा बिखरा हुआ, और चुभते हैं ये टुकड़े दिल में, बरसातों में यहाँ मेरा घर अब है सजा, भीगी भीगी नम आँखों से.
So this is the first part. And अब अगर सब आगे पूरा सुनना है तो उनको जाना पड़ेगा Spotify and all of those places पे सुनने के लिए. So
Clever boy. I like that. Listen, if we go to your 8 songs, okay, we're going to play something here which is called One Challenge, One Compliment.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so you pick the top maybe 3 or 4 songs of yours, जहाँ पे आप मुझे उन गानों के बारे में एक सबसे challenging चीज बताओ और एक सबसे बड़ा compliment बताओ.
With Reha, what happened was in the first paragraph. So this is a challenge that I had, okay? The first paragraph that I wrote was when I was in 3rd year of college. And it just like happened very naturally. And then I waited for 3 years to finish the entire song because I just couldn't come up with something as beautiful as the first paragraph. And I was very, very patient with it. But then once the ball started rolling and the song started coming to me, and I was so happy that I waited for that long to, get that lyrical sensibility and maturity in me after 3 years. So that was a challenge. The compliment is, I think some of the words are just beautiful because there were certain things. तस्वीरों में मुस्कुराहट थी, अब मेरे चेहरे पे है क्यों नहीं ये पूछते इन गैरों को है समझ. These are some of my favorite lines because I had written them in English, but then to translate them into Hindi and actually put them in a song was very difficult. But I got to do it, so that's the compliment that I would like to give that song. Alag Asman, right?
Alag Asman.
Yeah. Okay. So with Alag Asman, the challenge that I had with this one was that I wanted to write a travel song, okay? And every line had to, basically it should be a travel song in the sense that everything leads to another thing, which is very challenging. So if you listen to the song, the way it's been written is that it's a long distance relationship song where the girl is leaving the guy's house and she's going back to her own place, which is in another city under a different sky, Alag Asman. So the challenging thing about this is that, you have a limited number of paragraphs, and to tell that story, you can't cut any corners because you can't have any discontinuity or whatever that word is. You have to have a continuity. So putting all that entire story from her leaving the house to reaching her place was the challenging bit. So that's what it was. The compliment that I would like to give it is I love the name of the song. It just describes what the song is. And it's so rare to come across something like this because it's such a simple name. It's Alag Asman, under different skies. But nobody had ever used it before, like this combination before. And when I stumbled across it, like when I thought of it, I remember I was like driving and I just like thought of it and I stopped my car and I just started searching whether anybody else had kept this name before or not, and nobody had.
Right.
So it's one of those rare moments when something so simple comes, which is not there anywhere else. So yeah, that is. And there's Barishin, which is a fan favorite, and it's like my most popular song. So the most challenging thing about this was that when I was trying to record the song, I was in college, and I've never really liked taking money from mom for anything. So I did not really have a budget for this. Like I had absolutely zero budget. So me and my girlfriend at the time, we were visiting a lot of these studios and literally haath jod ke begging ke please let us record for free. And I know how stupid that sounds, but we genuinely felt that it was a good song and the recording studio could benefit from it as well. And I won't recommend this to anybody. Please make a budget and then go, because obviously they have to earn as well. But it was just a weird time. We had to hustle. We had to do what we had to do. After I think 3 or 4 people rejecting us, we finally reached a place where they really liked the song and they were like, okay, we'll record it for free. And just give us credits. So if you look at the video, which is just a video that I made on my own, just the lyrics and just my photo on it, and it has 30 million views, I guess, now on YouTube. The final slide says recorded at 9 Horses, Mumbai. So I think hopefully I've repaid them enough, with the publicity and the marketing, I guess. I hope that that's the case. So that was the most challenging bit, because I remember I was very dejected when, everybody was saying no and we couldn't really proceed with the recording. The compliment that I would like to give the song is there is this part in the song where the tempo of the song changes. So it's very slow in the beginning and then it becomes faster. So
very unpredictable.
Yeah, it's very unpredictable, and it could have come off as very jarring also, and people could have like disliked it, but for some reason it just worked out, and I'm so happy that that experiment just kind of just worked out for me, I guess.
I think that's the USP of the song, in fact.
Exactly. Yes. But when I was making it, I actually thought to myself that should I keep the tempo same, maybe make it a little louder, but still keep it slow. But then I was like, no, let's just experiment, and it just paid off, I guess.
So, I'd like to congratulate you once again on your new single, and I'd hope to meet you sometime. आप जब कभी मुंबई में हो and हमारी कभी मुलाकात हो स्टूडियो में, या आपको हम लाइव देखें परफॉर्म करते हुए, बड़ा मजा आएगा.
Sanjana is there now, please. She'll hook you up with some tickets and all.
Yes. Oh, how sweet.
Whenever the Bombay show happens next.
That'll be so fun. Thank you so much, Anuv. All the best to you. It was lovely chatting with you.
Thank you so much, Neha. Thank you so much for having me, guys.
Thank you. Bye.